I overheard my girlfriend harshly mocking me in front of her best friend. My girlfriend's name is Jenna, she's 28 and we'd been together for a little over 2 years. I'm 33, a veterinarian, and we met at my workplace. She had just moved to the city and brought her dog in for an appointment because it had an ear infection. We started talking and a 15-minute appointment turned into an hour-long conversation. I had never been so captivated by a woman before. Before Jenna, I was living a bachelor's life. I had already started to think that I would remain single forever, although my lifestyle, consisting of random fleeting connections, was becoming increasingly dull and empty. Jenna is a charismatic woman with a lot of friends. Her best friend is a guy named Dylan, whom she has known for a long time. I trust Jenna, but I would be lying if I said that their relationship doesn't concern me at all. I don't get angry or argue with her about it. She has assured me that they have been friends for life and have never had any sexual relations. I am confident enough in myself to accept their friendship, and I even tried to befriend Dylan. He has come to our city 3 times. He's a cool guy, but it seems he doesn't like me very much. Jenna says he's just being protective of her. In my opinion, it seems more like jealousy than protection. Jenna just finished graduate school this spring, and she's had a very hard time finding a job. We've been living together for a year, and I understand that she can't help with rent and other expenses for now. I am financially well off, so it's not a problem. However, I don't want to be the reason for her inactivity in job searching because I believe it's important for everyone to have financial independence. So I made it clear to her that she should start paying half of the expenses as soon as she finds a job. On Monday, she texted me that she got a job. It was a job she really wanted and she had to go through a tough interview for it. I was so happy and proud of her that I decided to leave the office work to my employees and left early without telling Jenna. I bought her favorite alcohol, got Chinese food, which is also her favorite, and bought flowers. A few weeks ago, Jenna saw a beautiful necklace in the store that she really liked. It wasn't too expensive, but it had a shark on it, and she is just crazy about everything related to sharks. I bought it and hid it in the basement, planning to give it to her later as a surprise when she has already forgotten about its existence. When I got home, I entered the basement through the side entrance to get the necklace and then surprise her. As I climbed the stairs from the basement and opened the door, I heard Jenna talking on the phone. Normally I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I heard her laughing to the point of tears. It was sweet, and I decided to wait until she finished the conversation to surprise her. She was talking to Dylan. Nothing new. They talk at least once a week. But then I heard what they were laughing about. It took me a few moments to realize that she was laughing about our intimate life. She said something like, "No, he doesn't even come close to my ex. My ex was at least 8 centimeters bigger. Every time I eat a baby carrot, I feel sorry for him because it must be traumatic for him to see me bite into something of the same size. It would be almost cute if it weren't so awful. He has an amazing body until he takes off his boxers." Lots of laughter. Listen, I don't care what people on the internet think about the size of my, him, manhood. But I think it's important to say that what she was laughing about isn't even true. And in my opinion, that makes her words even more hurtful. I don't know anything about her ex. Maybe he was a giant, but I'm average-sized. Just a good old average hose. I won't embellish it, it's nothing extraordinary, but it's not a reason for ridicule either. I've never been insecure about it. It is what it is. Hearing my girlfriend discuss me with her friend, about whom I already have doubts, was just beyond hurtful. The word hurtful doesn't even come close to describing my feelings. She also mocked me for being handsome, but not particularly smart. I'm actually very educated. That doesn't bother me at all. I know I'm smart, handsome, and super intelligent, with an average-sized penis. After that, I just left. Did I throw the flowers out of the car window? Yes. Did I cry in the parking lot? Yes. I think she heard the basement door close or maybe saw my car driving away because she quickly started texting me, asking when I would be home. This happened on Monday, and I still haven't brought up the topic with her. I don't know how to do it. I think I'm still processing what happened. It's terribly awkward and painful. But damn, I love this girl. I know I need to talk to her about it. But how? Do you have any advice on how to start this conversation? I'm very hurt. I'm not sure if I can forgive her for this. Changed. I want to add that I am definitely going to break up with Jenna. Today I met with 3 friends over a beer and told them what happened. Their opinion matched yours. Break up and do it quickly. I called my mom and told her everything. Yes, I told her everything, even though it was embarrassing. We are very close, and I wanted to explain everything to her, and I have never heard her so angry. She knew that I bought a ring for Jenna. I will write an update when I do everything, most likely tomorrow. Emotionally, I will be quite shattered. Thanks again for all the comments and messages of support. I did not expect so many people to be on my side. Update. Well, I showed resilience and broke up with Jenna on Thursday evening. These were honestly the most dramatic few days of my life. I am completely exhausted. From Jenna's side, everything turned out to be quite unpleasant. Sorry for the long text, but a lot has happened. On the advice of friends, my mom, my brother, and many of you, I decided to talk to her in a public place. The logic was that a person who can be so cruel and deceitful might potentially turn everything upside down and claim that she dumped me because I hit her or some other nonsense. I would like to believe that she wouldn't do anything like that, but who knows? Especially after everything that happened, it's better to be safe. I thought about just packing her things and breaking up without explanations, but after 2 years together, I decided it would be better to talk to her calmly and hear her out. If she has an explanation, I would like to hear it, even if it doesn't change my decision to break up with her. So I took her to a wine bar in the city center where there are small private booths with curtains. Since Monday, Jenna has been behaving like an angel. This suggests to me 3 possible options. A. She felt guilty about her nasty behavior. B. She thought I might have overheard her. Or C. She just noticed that I was distant and had no idea why. She dressed up a lot, and despite everything that happened, I have to admit that she looked stunning. Jenna was also very affectionate and kept making suggestive comments about what she wanted to do with me later. Usually my precious little baby carrot, yes, I can still joke about it, would have been thrilled, but under the current circumstances, it was hard to hear such things and remain calm. I had rehearsed multiple times what I was going to say to her, so as soon as we sat down and our wine was brought, I began to speak. I don't remember everything word for word because the adrenaline was off the charts and now everything seems blurred. I started by saying how much I love her, that she was the only woman with whom I felt such a deep connection, that I completely opened up to her and trusted her. I told her that she was the only woman I thought about in terms of marriage, for whom I went to choose a ring. I didn't mention that I had already bought it and that I really imagined us having children in the next few years. She kept interrupting me with phrases like, "Oh, how sweet," or telling me how much she loves me. Then I looked her straight in the eyes and asked her directly, if she loves me so much, why did she ridicule me so terribly in front of Dylan? I must say, the expression on her face gave me some satisfaction. As expected, Jenna initially denied everything and pretended not to know what I was talking about. She said that Dylan knows how much she loves me, and that she never mocked me. In her conversation with him, I just looked at her and said something like, "Come on, Jenna." But even after I said that, I came home early on Monday and heard everything, she continued to deny it. It was quite annoying, but I kept calm. I just told her that we both know she's lying and that what she said is unforgivable, and I can't understand why she would say such things at all, especially because she lied just to make fun of me. Jenna continued to deny it and acted like I was crazy. She said she loves me so much that she has never been dissatisfied with our intimate life, that she would never complain about my size, that she knows how smart and caring I am, and that's exactly why she loves me. If I hadn't heard with my own ears what she said to Dylan, I would have believed her. Give her an Oscar for such acting. Some commenters asked if I was sure she was talking about me when I overheard her. When she talked about her ex and his Kraken, she mentioned my name, comparing me to him. I'm absolutely sure she was talking about me and that she lied to my face. I told her I would drive us home so she could pick up the essentials for her dog. My brother and his wife would be home too. I wanted witnesses there to confirm that I allowed her to take her belongings, and that I did nothing aggressive. I said I would pack the rest and leave it outside so she could pick it up at her convenience. My wife was in a pause, in complete shock that I was actually breaking up with her. She begged me to reconsider, but the decision was made and I wasn't going to change it. It was hard for me to hold back tears when she said how much she wanted to be with me for life and that she planned to be the mother of my children. She kept asking what she should do now and where she should sleep. I said that it was no longer my problem and that she had plenty of friends she could stay with until she found a place to live. Almost all the furniture and decor in the house were mine. She needed to take as much clothing, toiletries, and assistive items, other small things. All the renovations she did to the house were paid for by me. And then the tears started. Jenna began to cry and said she didn't understand how I could do this to her. She repeated a million times that she thought I was a good guy. I said that I am a good guy, which is why I didn't throw her things on the lawn, change the locks, and give no explanation. And then I swear this woman managed to twist the knife even deeper. She said she didn't know why she said all this to Dylan and finally confessed. And maybe it's because with Dylan she can laugh about things that would otherwise make her cry. Apparently, this is about my penis. It was petty, and usually I don't stoop to sarcastic comments, but I told her she could go back to her hometown and live with Dylan or her ex-boyfriend, with his 23-centimeter endowment. It was astonishing to see how quickly her tears disappeared. Obviously, I'm a jerk, I don't know how to treat women, I'm a loser, I have a small package, and I'll be alone forever. She never loved me and saw me more as a friend but didn't want to hurt me, so she logically stayed with me. In fact, Ma, she said she would have refused if I had proposed to her, called me a loser and a jerk again, just in case I didn't get it the first time. She once again confirmed that she meant her comparison of my reproductive organ to a baby carrot. Oh, and that I would die alone. I told her that dying alone is better than dying married to a woman who doesn't love or respect me. No joke, she started screaming, not saying anything, just letting out a long, incredibly loud scream. It was creepy, and then she just ran out of the bar calling me a disgusting pig. After I paid the bill and apologized to the waiter for the drama, I went outside and saw that Jenna was just standing there crying. I understand that what she did was terrible, and all the things she said in the last few minutes were also terrible, but I still felt uncomfortable seeing her in such a state. I didn't want to just leave her outside, it's quite cold now. So I told her that I could take her back home to pack her things, but she had to leave and stay somewhere else as soon as she packed her bag. She agreed, and we were silent the whole way in the car. It was an incredibly awkward trip. And when we got home, my brother and his wife were there. His wife stayed inside while Jenna packed her things, and my brother waited outside with me. The process went quite smoothly, and a friend came to pick up Jenna. Before she left, I took the house key from her. She texted me all night, and the messages ranged from apologies to sad, angry, very angry, and back to sad again. I didn't respond to any of them, only texted her in the morning to let her know that her things were waiting for her on the porch and that she should pick them up while I'm at work. I didn't hear anything from Jenna all day until it was time for me to come home from work. She sent a rather spiteful message wishing me, it seems, all the misfortunes one could wish upon a person. I didn't respond. When I got home, I found a real mess. Everything was broken. I don't know if Jenna made a duplicate key that I wasn't aware of, or if she knows how to pick locks, but somehow she got into the house and trashed it. She broke things that are irreplaceable, tore up the furniture, clogged 2 sinks and left the water running, opened the fridge and scattered food all over the kitchen. Everything was destroyed. The only good thing she did was lock my 2 dogs in one of the rooms, probably so they wouldn't get cut. Broken glass or not, they didn't need the food. I have 2 cars, one for everyday use and an SUV for work. I use an SUV for house calls, for example, when it's necessary to transport a large or exotic animal to the clinic. Amidst all this drama, I forgot that I had given her the SUV keys in case she ever had an emergency. I went out to check the car and she had destroyed it as well. Inside, flour was scattered and tomato sauce was spilled. Things are just things, probably. I was more impressed by myself. The fact that she could do something so childish and disgusting after everything. I was just in shock. Just last weekend, I took her to a play, we hung out with friends, played Monopoly, and even came up with our own drinking game, watched Netflix, and made love several times. And now my house and car are destroyed, and I'm completely devastated. It's amazing how everything can change in such a short time. Not the most dignified act on my part, but I was so angry that I immediately went to the Costco delivery site and ordered 20 bags of baby carrots, each 2 kilograms, addressed to Jenny at her friend's address. 40 kilograms of baby carrots, they deliver within an hour. That evening, I received a lot of interesting and offensive messages from Jenna. Yes, it was petty, but I don't regret it, except that it was a waste of food. I hope she donates the carrots or makes something out of them. That's all. I blocked Jenna last night because she kept sending me nasty messages. Now I feel depressed and have cried a lot. Obviously, I made the right decision. Jenna is clearly emotionally unstable and immature. She is truly cruel, and I know I deserve better. Since Monday, I've been thinking a lot about myself as a partner and trying to understand what might have led to Jenna obviously harboring grievances or dissatisfaction towards me. To be 100% honest, I work a lot, I try to make time for everyone I love, and I try not to bring negativity home if it's been a tough day at work. But sometimes it still happens, I admit that. Jenna and I have argued about this before, and I really tried to structure my day so that I could come home at a reasonable time and try to leave the tough days behind. However, those who work as veterinarians or know someone in this profession understand that we are always on call due to emergencies. Sometimes we have patients that need to be checked or stayed with overnight. Taking a day off can be difficult. It's possible, but difficult. I have an incredible staff that can handle most situations, but even on vacation or a day off, I still receive calls or messages. I'm sure there were times when Jenna felt like she came second to my work. I know that was the case. She herself told me about it. I tried to change something, but there are limits to what can be done. As far as I remember, I was never intentionally mean or rude to Jenna. There were bad days when I was irritable or distant. We had arguments and disagreements, but nothing unhealthy or toxic. I really thought that we had a strong relationship and that we were both happy. I was definitely happy. It's hard not to doubt myself and not to wonder if I was truly a disappointment or neglected her to such an extent that she felt so unloved to do something like that. I don't know, but I do know for sure that regardless of that, her words and behavior during the breakup were completely unacceptable. I didn't deserve that, and it's on her conscience. A short update. I filed a report with the police and took photos of the wrecked house, which will hopefully help compensate for at least some of the losses through the insurance company. As for the police, it's unlikely that anything will come of it, as I can't prove it was Jenna. Honestly, I don't want to see her anymore. I hope the insurance will cover the damage, and I'll just move on with my life. Well, be sure to write in the comments what you think about this whole story. Of course, whenever you hear stories like this, you start to wonder if your girlfriend is really good, or if she will act the same way as Jenna did in case of a breakup. It's very sad. Anyway, thank you for watching this video to the end. Watch our previous video, which you will see right here. Subscribe to our channel to watch similar stories.